Well, ladies and gentlemen, if I could have your attention, if we could have all the teams in place in your seats. Good deal. All right. Great. Well, once again, good afternoon and welcome to all of you. We finally reached the main event, the 14th Annual Academic World Quest Competition. Now, as you know, the winning team here, one of you, will go to Washington, D.C. to represent the state of Montana. As you may not know, however, that our Montana teams in the past have done very well. In fact, one year we had a team from among you at the end of the competition was in first place. And that's up against 90 or so councils from around the U.S. Unfortunately, they lost a heartbreaker on a tiebreaker question. Another team took fourth in the nation. So we're hoping this year one of you will have similar good luck. And we wish you the best. Now, to those two schools, all of you, students, teachers, faculty, parents who are here, thank you so much. On behalf of the World Affairs Council, it means a lot to us to have you here. So how about a big round? And we hope when you go home, you'll stay interested in global affairs. It's your world. And we hope you'll be here next year because we really like having you here. So think about that and start planning for it now. In a moment, you're going to meet the MC for today's competition, our very own Lieutenant Governor of Montana, Mike Cooney will be here, and he'll guide you through the questions. It's my pleasure at this point to introduce to you the president of the university, Seth Bodner, who will offer a few words of counsel and guidance. Many of you in the room are thinking about your next steps in your academic educational career, including going on to college. So we're very fortunate to have the president of the University of Montana here with us to offer you some words and some insight to the University of Montana. President Bodner is the 19th president of the university. He started his duties in January, so he's new in the position, and so it's very fortunate, and in fact very incredible, that he could take time away from his duties to be with us here in this room. He brings with us a very distinguished academic career. He was first in his class at the U.S. Military Academy in West Point. He went to England under a Rhodes Scholarship. He earned 2 degrees there. He served in the U.S. military with the Green Beret, the Special Rangers, the Special Forces, and from that he went on as a senior executive with the GE Corporation, a major U.S. company. So my point is that here he comes to Montana, he brings with us an incredible background in management, in leadership, and innovation. So again, we are so fortunate to have him. Listen to what he has to say. Take advantage of the time that you're here. Learn about what the university can offer you. And I'm sure the university will be happy to answer and provide any information that you need. So, my pleasure, and join me in welcoming the president of the University of Montana, Seth Bodner.
Well, thank you, Mr. Ambassador. It's not every day that you get to be introduced by a U.S. ambassador. For those of you, it's a big deal to be an ambassador of this country, a representative of this country in global affairs. And I think it has been an honor to have this event and Ambassador Johnson and his expertise and his experience being a key part of the University of Montana. So I want to, first off, welcome you all. I know you've been here. You got here, yesterday morning? Is that when everybody arrived? Okay. I think so. And we had I was looking at your agenda. You had Mayor Collins here. That's fantastic. So, his son is a senior here, if he didn't share that with you. It's a great thing, and his son, we can all thank him. I don't know if Mayor Collins shared this, but who encouraged him to get into politics was his son, somebody who was engaged at a very young age, thinking about how to have an impact on this world. And I think it's always great to see somebody like Mayor Collins attribute his stepping into a really important job as the mayor of our capital city at the encouragement of his son, a proud Grizz. I know you also heard from Ambassador Baucus last night, which is fantastic. I mean, we are so honored to have Senator and Ambassador Baucus spending a great deal of time here at the University of Montana lately as we're establishing the Baucus Institute, which I'm sure he spoke to you about last night. Now, I know you all have quite a competition that you're about to undertake. I'm not sure why the sunglasses are on the table. I'm kind of curious about the sunglasses. I feel like this is I don't know if this is the World Series of Poker or if there's some sort of bluffing that goes on in this competition. But maybe I'll have to ask that one afterward. But I just want to thank you all for being here, not just for being at the University of Montana, but for being at a young age, being people who are interested, who are engaged, who are learning about the world. You know, and the reason, I am so excited to be here at the University of Montana is because this institution and institutions like it, I believe, are critical to the future of this country. I have told people, I didn't, as Ambassador Johnson said, I didn't always wear an outfit like this. I spent a good deal of my life wearing camouflage and carrying a weapon, defending our country against some really significant threats. And I tell people this is the most important thing I've ever done in my life. And the reason I say that is because the University of Montana is focused on building and shaping educated, ethical, informed citizens who will lead this country, long after I'm gone, who will lead this country long after you're gone. And we do that in multiple ways. We do that by offering a broad-based interdisciplinary education, where you can get a great education in sciences here at the University of Montana. We have, for those of you who don't know, we had of the top 1% of the scientists in the world that were recently identified, 3 of them were in Montana. All 3 of them work right here and teach and interact with our students. So great sciences here, great arts and humanities, the region's best professional schools. We offer this broad-based interdisciplinary education where you can specialize in an area, but when you leave the University of Montana, you're ready to succeed in whatever field you decide to pursue. You have the flexibility, the creativity, the agility to adapt over the course of your lifetime, and that's very, very important. We also are a place that is advancing the frontiers of knowledge through research. We are the state's flagship research university, and we're doing cutting-edge research around issues like post-traumatic stress, around issues like water scarcity, river ecology, wildlife biology. We're doing world-class research here. We have the most productive researchers in the country in the field of ecology. But the third piece we are very focused on is being a place that not only allows, but encourages and fosters the free, respectful, informed exchange of ideas. You're growing up in a really interesting time for this country. You are growing up in a world of fake news, in a world of partisan, bitter debate about issues of great importance for this country. It's very easy to stay buried in Instagram or Facebook or Snapchat or Twitter or all the other apps that I am now getting too old to even understand, but I'm sure there's 5 others that I didn't mention that would have been more important. But you stay buried in your social media silos at your own peril because you're not looking at the issues of the day. You're not looking at the issues of our country through an educated and informed lens. It's easy to live in your own echo chamber, and we see a lot of this country doing that today. This room makes me incredibly proud and incredibly hopeful for the future, not just of this state, but of this country. And I love that you're here at the University of Montana, that you're here participating in a competition that tests your knowledge, that tests your engagement, that tests your understanding of the issues of the day. And I want to applaud you for that. I think you should be proud of that. I'm going to give you guys. Because you're exactly what we're trying to build here at the University of Montana. And Ambassador Johnson said it, and I know Dean Tessman said it last night, but I want y'all to come here. I want to see you here in a couple of years, or next year for some of you, because you are great examples of the hope and the promise of this country. So I understand that you, this is the third largest event like this in the country. That's incredible. I mean, here we are, a state of less than 1 million people, and we have the third largest gathering like this. So you should be really proud of that. I know we'll have one team that gets to go to D.C., right? Yep. I think that will be a tremendous honor, and I'm really excited that we at the University of Montana support that. You know, I, of course, am biased, and I want you all to come here. But I would just leave you with one parting thought, and that is to stay engaged, stay curious, you know, be involved in the future of this country. I served in the military. I didn't know what the military was going to entail. I didn't come from a military background. I chose to go to West Point without a lot of knowledge of what the military was, but I chose to serve, and that made a huge difference in my life. There are many ways to serve your country, to serve your state, to serve your city, to serve your county. And I would encourage you to continue to stay engaged, continue to serve. Anybody, who's going to vote this fall? Good. I guess those of you who are 18, those of you who are not, won't. But vote. Participate in this process. Democracy and the United States of America does not succeed without effort. It does not continue without dedicated people they're committed to the processes of this country. You're already starting that. Keep feeding that. Keep feeding that energy. Stay engaged. Okay. I see this room, and it just gets me buoyed and excited about the future. So please continue to stay engaged. I wish you all the best of luck. I kind of want to stick around and watch and see how this all turns out. And hopefully you had a chance to visit and enjoy our campus a little bit. If you didn't on this trip, come back and see us. Come back and say hello. Our door's always open, and we'd welcome you here. But again, thanks for being here, and thanks for being engaged in the issues of this day. I'm very proud to be a part of this event. And so with that, I now get the honor of introducing our Lieutenant Governor. And he told me I wasn't allowed to do a long introduction, and I've talked longer than I intended to. But I do want to welcome Lieutenant Governor Mike Cooney. As many of you probably know, he's a proud alum of the University of Montana. So if you're not picking up on some themes here, there's lots of ways to be successful. And he's a great example of somebody who came here, somebody who had the benefits of a UM education, but somebody who also has committed his life to the betterment of this state. It sounds glorious to be the lieutenant governor, and I'm sure sometimes it is, but it's hard work. Being in public life, having every one of your actions scrutinized, looked at, assessed, and I think it was John Adams who said to his son, when his son was talking about some of the difficulties of being in public life, and I won't get the quote exactly right, somebody could probably correct me, but he basically said, the work of the public will be done. If honest people don't do it, others will. And I think we all owe a debt of gratitude. You know, politicians take heat. They have lots of people that give them criticism, but it takes a lot of courage to be in the arena and trying to lead a state, trying to lead a city, trying to lead a country. Lieutenant Governor Cooney has done exactly that, continues to do exactly that. And so we are proud to have him as one of our alums, and we are lucky to have him here today. And I think he's a perfect example of somebody who is doing exactly what I've asked you to continue to do, is stay engaged, be part of your community, lead it, and the world will be better for it. So thank you all very much. Good luck in the competition. And without further ado, Mr. Lieutenant Governor.
Well, good afternoon, everybody, and thank you, Mr. President, for that very kind introduction. What he didn't tell you, because I didn't tell him, when I was going to college at the University of Montana, I was 19, 20 years old, and I decided to run for the state legislature out of my hometown of Butte. Now, I looked like I was about 16 years old when I was 19 and 20. But I went home and I knocked on doors. I got engaged just as the president suggested you all do, and lo and behold, the people of my district elected me, and that was the beginning of my venture into public life, and it has taken me through many jobs, and here I am now as Lieutenant Governor. So it can happen, and it can happen to you no matter how old you are. You can always have a chance to be engaged. So I hope that you take from this event that you're at and grow your interests, and don't let anything hold you back. If you think you want to try something, you should try it, and you will be successful. Well, I know that you're all waiting for this competition. I had a chance to talk to a couple teams earlier, and they were getting pretty excited to quit having to listen to a bunch of people talk at you and get down to brass tacks and really test yourselves. So I just want to, we're going to have some rules coming up here. So I'm going to go through the rules for you. And first, before I forget, and I don't know if it is on here, I think, but you do need to remember to take your cellular phones and turn them off and hide them, your smart watches, any other device that you can possibly use. If you're caught using them, you will be disqualified. And I just know that we don't, now that I've said that, I don't worry that any of you will try to do that. After the entire question has been read, teams will have 30 seconds to enter their answer with the iClicker. Answers may only be entered after the timer on the screen has started counting. Answers are submitted by entering A, B, C, or D on the iClicker, and the iClicker will flash green when an answer has been recorded. If the iClicker flashes red, your vote has not been recorded. So try again, and then raise your hand for assistance if that doesn't work. Teams may change their answer simply by clicking a different choice. The last choice entered, A, B, C, or D, will be counted as the team's final answer. No cellular phones or other electronic devices are permitted. We've already talked about that. And so we can move on. Scoring. 1 point for each correct answer. There is no penalty for wrong answers or answers left blank. In the event of a tie, a sudden death tiebreaker will be played. The team with the highest number of correct answers will win. This team will represent Montana at the national competition in Washington, D.C., sponsored by the Dennis and Phyllis Washington Foundation. All grading decisions are final. Each iClicker is registered to your team. Please do not remove the iClicker from your table at any time. Keep the eye on your clicker. Teams will be held responsible for replacing the iClicker if it is not turned in at the end of the competition. I don't know that your iClicker will work on anything else, so maybe your garage, I don't know. But let the game begin. Now, I do have to say that before we start, I've gone through all of these questions and the answers, and there are some challenging words. So if anybody laughs too loud when I mess something up, you will immediately be disqualified, okay? All righty, round one, NAFTA. Question number one, again. What was the name of the free trade agreement that preceded NAFTA? A, the Free Trade Area of the Americas, FTAA. B, the Mexico-US Free Trade Agreement, MUSFTA. C, the Canada-US Free Trade Agreement, the CUSFTA. Or D, the Canada-Mexico Free Trade Agreement, CMFTA. Did anybody experience a problem with that? With their clicker, their iClicker?
Four seconds. Sorry, guys. Did anyone have any issues? Everyone got a green light.
Perfect.
Wonderful. We can go for question two.
Okay. Question two. Canada is the leading A, importer of U.S. agricultural products, B, importer of Mexican agricultural products, C, exporter of crude petroleum to Mexico, and D, supplier of textiles to the United States.
Ten seconds.
Question number three. When did NAFTA take effect? A, December 8th, 1993. B, January 1st, 1994. C, November 20th, 1994. Or D, January 1st, 1993.
Ten seconds.
Question number four. What is one of the reasons that NAFTA remains a controversial trade agreement? A, the deal resulted in an increased reliance on the economies of other nations. B, it went into action without bipartisan support. C, it resulted in a decrease in export-related jobs. Or D, it was the first major trade deal with a poor country.
Ten seconds.
Question number five, what is the top Montana export to Mexico? A, wood products, B, agricultural products, C, petroleum and coal products, D, transportation equipment.
10 seconds.
Question number 6. According to the U.S. Chamber of Commerce, how many U.S. jobs depend on trade with Canada and Mexico? A, 28 million. B, 24 million. C, 14 million. D, 8 million.
Ten seconds.
Question number 7. Which of the following is not a goal of NAFTA? A, increasing trade in agriculture, textiles, and automobile manufacturing. B, protecting intellectual property. C, to establish clear and advantageous trade rules. Or D, increasing wages in the United States.
Ten seconds.
Question 8. According to the Wilson Center, which state has the most U.S. jobs supported by trade with Mexico? A, Florida. B, California. C, Texas. D, New York.
Ten seconds.
Question number 9. If trade with Mexico were suddenly put to a halt, which of the following states would not be significantly impacted by job losses? A, California. B.
Lieutenant Governor, I changed the answers.
Oh, I'm reading off my sheet, not this. Oh, thank you. Question number 9. If trade with Mexico were suddenly put to a halt, which of the following states would not be significantly impacted by job losses? North Carolina, A. B, New York. C, Ohio. D, New Mexico.
Ten seconds.
Question 10. By combining the economies of Canada, Mexico, and the United States, approximately how many consumers are involved in NAFTA? A, 820 million, B, 470 million, C, 170 million, D, 280 million.
Ten seconds.
Round 2, ASEAN at 50. Question number 1, how many member states are involved in ASEAN? A, 12, B, 10, C, 8, D, 14.
10 seconds.
Question number 2. Which country is not a founding father of ASEAN? A, Singapore, B, Indonesia, C, Malaysia, D, Cambodia.
Ten seconds.
Question number 3. Which of the following is not a fundamental principle outlined in Article 2 of the Treaty of Amity and Cooperation in Southeast Asia, TAC, of 1976? Excuse me. A, mutual respect for independence, sovereignty, equality, territorial integrity, and national identity of all nations. B, reunification of the threat or use of force. C, collective security and solidarity when any given state faces a threat. Or D, effective cooperation among themselves.
Ten seconds.
Question number 4. What event prompted ASEAN members to agree to the Chiang Mai Initiative and explore greater economic integration? A, the 1997 Asian financial crisis. B, NAFTA. C, Tiananmen Square demonstrations. And D, Japan's banking crisis.
10 seconds.
Question number 5. The Chiang Mai Initiative of 2000 did which of the following? A, created a nuclear-free zone among ASEAN. B, established currency swaps among ASEAN countries. C, limited navigation in the South China Sea. D, established a free trade area between ASEAN and China.
Ten seconds.
Question number 6. China's geopolitical assertiveness in Southeast Asia has been fueled by which of the following? A, stakes in the South China Sea. B, Chinese nationalism. C, North Korean missile testing. D, A and B.
Ten seconds.
Question number 7. In highlighting China's turn to realism and the return to geopolitics in East Asia, Mark Beeson draws a comparison to which of the following U.S. policy decisions? A, the Reagan Doctrine, B, the Monroe Doctrine, C, the Truman Doctrine, D, the Roosevelt Doctrine.
Ten seconds.
Question number 8. What country is ASEAN's largest trading partner? A, United Kingdom, B, Russia, C, United States, D, China.
Ten seconds.
Question number 9. What system symbolized China's dominant position in a distinctive hierarchical order in what we now think of as East Asia? A, the tribute system. B, the movable type system. C, the equal field system. Or D, the One Belt, One Road initiative.
Ten seconds.
Question number 10. Which of the following is not one of the 3 branches of the ASEAN Charter? A, the ASEAN Economic Community, AEC. B, the ASEAN Political Security Community. C, the ASEAN Socio-Cultural Community. D, the ASEAN Legislative Community.
Ten seconds.
Round 3, India's bid for global power. Question 1. The U.S.-India Bilateral Logistics Exchange Memorandum Agreement is best described as A, a bilateral military alliance between India and the United States, B, an example of Jawahar Nehru's Monroe Doctrine for Asia, C, a deal providing reciprocal access to their respective military bases for supplies and fuel, or D, an agreement to facilitate intelligence sharing between the United States and India.
Ten seconds.
Question number 2. The India-Pakistan rivalry has prevented a common approach to which country from India and the United States? A, China, B, Russia, C, Bangladesh, D, Afghanistan.
10 seconds.
Question number 3. India is not a member of which organization? A, ASEAN, B, BRICS, C, SCO, D, APEC.
Ten seconds.
Question number 4. Which of the following bodies of water is of the greatest geopolitical advantage to India? A, the Ganges River, B, the Indian Ocean, C, the Bay of Bengal, or D, the Gulf of Mannar?
Ten seconds.
Question number 5. Prime Minister Narendra Modi has shifted India's foreign policy towards A, assuming more of a leading role in the global arena, B, assuming more of a balancing role in the global arena, C, focusing more on domestic development rather than foreign ambitions, D, pivoting away from the United States and working more closely with China.
Ten seconds.
Question number 6. What is not true? What is not true statement about what India must do to become a leading power? A, complete the structural reforms necessary to create efficient product and factor markets. B, create an effective state to leverage India's capacity to build its national power. C, foster a strong relationship with the United States. D, create a more regulated economy.
Ten seconds.
Question number 7. Who invented the term soft power? Joseph Nye, that's A, Joseph Nye, B, Shashi Tharoor, C, Prime Minister Narendra Modi, or D, Steven Spielberg?
Seven seconds. Sorry, guys.
Question number 8. In 1984, how long was the waiting list for telephones in India? A, 10 years, B, 5 years, C, 8 years, D, 3 years. probably similar to your wait time when you go into the Verizon store. Get help.
Ten seconds.
Question number 9. By 2030, which country is expected to be the world's largest economy? A, China, B, Russia, C, United States, D, India.
Ten seconds.
Question 10. According to the World Bank's latest edition of Global Economic Prospects, which country had the fastest growing economy in 2017? A, India, B, Nepal, C, Ethiopia, D, China.
Ten seconds.
Round 4, combating climate change. Question number 1. Which country generates the most energy from wind power? A, China, B, United States, C, United Kingdom, D, Germany.
Ten seconds.
Question 2. Green technology packages can best be described as A, technology innovators licensing out patents, copyright work, and blueprints in order to spread the use of green technologies. B, technology companies donating their green technologies for free use in developing countries. C, government-sponsored projects with updating businesses and college campuses with the latest green technologies. D, tax breaks for corporations that generate more than 50% of their power from green technologies.
Ten seconds.
Question 3. Poor air quality contributed to what percentage of all global deaths? A, 5%, B, 12%, C, 20%, D, 10%.
Ten seconds.
Question 4. According to Yale's 2016 Environmental Performance Index, what is the top performing country for the environment? A, Sweden, B, Finland, C, Iceland, D, United States.
Ten seconds.
Question number 5. Approximately how many people lack access to clean drinking water? A, 460 million, B, 960 million, C, 550 million, D, 250 million.
Ten seconds.
Question number 6. What percentage of the world's discharged wastewater is untreated when it is released into the environment? A, 20%, B, 35%, C, 65%, D, 80%. Question number 7. Which of the following is not a fundamental element necessary to fostering systems of innovation in developing countries? A, building a strong educational system. B, increasing access to natural resources. C, investing in research and development and demonstration. D, implementing enabling policies.
Ten seconds.
Question number 8. On the global EPI scorecard, a chart of the world's environmental performance, which is not a promising trend? A, access to drinking water. B, health impacts. C, access to sanitation. D, air quality.
Ten seconds.
Question number 9. According to Yale's 2016 Environmental Performance Index, what is the lowest performing country for the environment? A, Madagascar. B, Somalia. C, Chad. D, Bangladesh.
Ten seconds.
Question number 10. How many people live in nations with unsafe air quality? A, 2.4 billion. B, 6.7 billion. C, 1.2 billion. D, 3.5 billion.
Ten seconds.
Round 5, cybersecurity. Question 1. Which of the following is not a cyber attack that occurred in the past 10 years? A, Russia hacked the U.S. State Department and White House in 2014. B, Israel hacked the Iranian oil ministry and National Iranian Oil Company in 2012. C, the UK hacked Google's and Yahoo's undersea cables in 2009. Or D, China hacked the Swiss National Bank in 2010.
Ten seconds.
Question 2. The WannaCry virus exploited a flaw in the software of which company? A, Google. B, Amazon. C, Microsoft. D, Visa.
10 seconds.
Question 3. Pro-Kremlin bloggers created a coordinated campaign to make which hashtag go viral if Hillary Clinton won the 2016 presidential election? A, hashtag she stole it. B, hashtag rigged results. C, hashtag democracy RIP. D, hashtag Hillary hoax. Or we could throw E in there and say, oh my goodness, Donald Trump won. But that's not on there.
Ten seconds.
Which of the following is not a meter user? Question number 4, which of the following is not a medium used by the Russians to release U.S. victim data obtained in cyber operations meant to undermine the 2016 presidential election? A, the Moscow Times. B, DCLeaks.com. C, WikiLeaks. D, the Guccifer 2.0 persona.
Ten seconds.
Question number 5, which of the following is not a mission of the Department of Defense within the realm of cybersecurity? A, must defend its own network, systems, and information. B, must be prepared to defend the U.S. and its interests against cyber attacks of significant consequence. C, must work with the private sector to protect the interests of U.S. business, institutions, and prominent individuals. D, must be able to provide integrated cyber capabilities to support military operations and contingency plans.
Ten seconds.
Question number 6, over the last 10 years, approximately how many people have gained internet access? A, 4 billion, B, 2 billion, C, 1 billion, D, 500 million.
Ten seconds.
Question number 7. In April of 2013, this group hacked the Associated Press Twitter account claiming that President Obama had been injured in a pair of explosions at the White House. A, the Syrian Electronic Army. B, Hidden Links, China. C, Iran's Revolutionary Guard Corps. D, Bureau 121, North Korea.
Ten seconds.
Question 8. Which social networking service has the most active users? A, Instagram. B, Twitter. C, Facebook. D, LinkedIn.
Five seconds.
Question number 9. In 2007, which country did the United States launch the Stuxnet worm against in order to sabotage that country's nuclear program? A, China. B, North Korea. C, Iran. D, Russia.
Ten seconds.
Question number 10. In 2014, which company did North Korea cyber attack, which allowed them to gain gigabytes of internal data and communications, and which they later posted online? A, Sony Pictures Entertainment. B, Google. C, Amazon. D, Samsung Electronics.
9 seconds.
All righty, congratulations. You've made it halfway. We're going to take a 15-minute break. How you doing so far? Everybody doing okay? All right. Everybody have a good break? You all smarter and ready to hit the second half? All right. You now see up there the sponsors of this, and I just hope you'll take a good look at this, because without these folks, this wouldn't be possible. So if you have a chance to run into anybody with any of these wonderful organizations, please thank them, because that's how this all happens. And so we sure do appreciate their generous support. All righty, round 6, Saudi Arabia.
We're going to need like 5 seconds.
You've got it.
We're good now.
All righty. Question number 1. In what year did women gain the right to vote and run as candidates in municipal council elections in Saudi Arabia? A, 1995, B, 2005, C, 2010, D, 2015.
Ten seconds.
Question number 2. What is the king of Saudi Arabia's official title? A, head of state, B, custodian of the 2 holy mosques, C, prime minister of the holy state, D, Sultan of Saudi Arabia. Or Sultan of Swing, but that's a Dire Straits song, so you know.
Ten seconds.
Question number 3, which of the following is not a way in which King Abdullah sought to modernize Saudi Arabia from 2005 to 2015? A, increasing the private sector in the economy. B, encouraging businesses to hire foreign workers. C, attracting foreign investments. D, expanding social opportunities for women.
Ten seconds.
Question 4. What year did the United States and Saudi Arabia establish full diplomatic relations? A, 1995, B, 1932, C, 1940, D, 1981.
Ten seconds.
Question number 5. The collapse in oil prices since 2014 has caused Saudi Arabia to carry out which of the following actions? A, decreasing top Saudi officials' salaries by at least 20%. B, increasing jobs for foreign workers. C, shifting towards their dependence on oil. D, altering the country's primary source of revenue.
Ten seconds.
Question 6. In April of 2016, Saudi Arabia launched its Vision 2030 program, which was designed for what purpose? A, expand foreign worker opportunities. B, decrease government presence in the private sector. C, lower non-oil exports, or should that be exports?
Sorry about that.
Exports. D, diversify the economy by increasing trade. What country is Saudi?
10 seconds.
Question 7. Which country is Saudi Arabia's largest trading partner? A, China. B, Germany. C, Japan. D, United States.
Ten seconds.
Question 8. How many people did Saudi Arabia execute in January of 2016 on charges of terrorism? A, 34, B, 47, C, 55, D, 40.
Ten seconds.
Question 9. What happened for the first time in Saudi Arabia's history on Wednesday, December 6, 2017? A, women gain the right to drive. B, first all-female music concert. C, women gain the right to attend college. D, first all-female sporting event.
Ten seconds.
Question 10. What year did Aramco conduct its first drill test in the Gulf Coast of Dhahran? A, 1930, B, 1935, C, 1942, D, 1926.
10 seconds.
Round 7, great decisions. Question 1, which of the following is not one of the countries involved in territorial disputes in the South China Sea? A, Japan, B, Vietnam, C, Philippines, D, Thailand.
Ten seconds.
Question 2. On President Trump's first full working day in office, he issued an executive order withdrawing the U.S. from what? A, the North America Free Trade Agreement, NAFTA. B, Trans-Pacific Partnership, TPP. C, Paris Climate Change Agreement. D, Free Trade of the Asia Pacific.
Ten seconds.
Question 3. President Trump's promised renegotiation or withdrawal from NAFTA could benefit which country? A, Venezuela, B, Colombia, C, Peru, D, Brazil.
10 seconds.
Question 4. Which country did the United States confirm conducted its first test fire of a ballistic missile on January 31st, 2017? A, Pakistan, B, India, C, Iran, D, China. Question number 5. On January 26, the Bulletin of Atomic Scientists moved its doomsday clock 30 seconds closer to midnight. Which was not one of the reasons why? A, continued nuclear weapon development in North Korea. B, statements and actions made by President Trump. C, tensions between Saudi Arabia and Pakistan. D, reduced prospects for further nuclear arms reduction between the U.S. and Russia.
Ten seconds.
Question 6, in April 2017, what country became the first country to announce its intention to pull out of the Organization of American States, the OAS? A, Venezuela, B, United States, C, Mexico, D, Colombia.
Problem. 10 minutes. 10 seconds.
Question 7. After Venezuela formed the Constituent Assembly, the U.S. Treasury Department imposed sanctions on President Maduro. What are the other 3 countries that have the same imposed sanctions? A, North Korea, Syria, Iran. B, North Korea, Syria, Zimbabwe. C, Syria, Zimbabwe, Russia. D, North Korea, Russia, and Iran.
Ten seconds.
Question 8. In August 2017, President Trump announced he would be sending how many additional U.S. troops to Afghanistan? A, 10,000, B, 12,000, C, 4,000, D, 8,000.
Ten seconds.
Question 9. The United Nations Security Council in August 2017 unanimously adopted the harshest sanctions yet on North Korea. What trade is the central target of these sanctions? A, wood, B, coal, C, agricultural and fishery, D, petroleum.
Ten seconds.
Question 10, in March 2017, what country announced their intention to leave the European Union? A, United Kingdom, B, France, C, Italy, D, Spain.
Ten seconds.
All right, round 8, we're getting there. The Peace-Building Toolkit. Question 1. The results of the Mahmudiyya Reconciliation, there's one of those words, Reconciliation Conference designed by the U.S. Institute of Peace and Iraq partners enabled the military to reduce its troops in the region from 3,500 to how many? A, 350, B, 400, C, 650, D, 800.
10 seconds.
Question 2. The U.S. Institute of Peace led aspects of the Mahmudia intervention featured what peace-building tool? A, arbitration, B, reconciliation, C, use of force, D, transitional justice.
Ten seconds.
Question number 3. According to the founder of Art Lords, what impact did their murals have on Afghanistan? A, prompted new interactions and opened a space for critical thinking. B, helped to economically empower women through education. C, allowed for artists to become skilled mediators. D, pushed off the marriage age for young girls.
Ten seconds.
Question 4. What is the simplest, most widely used conflict prevention and peace-building tool according to the USIP Global Campus? A, communication. B, mediation. C, arbitration. D, facilitation.
Five seconds.
Question 5. A potential sign of sustained peace in Nepal in May and June of 2017 saw the first local elections in how many years? A, 15, B, 20, C, 25, D, 30.
10 seconds.
Question 6. According to the USIP article on the Colombian peace process, which group was put at the center of the process? A, women. B, victims. C, combatants. D, government officials.
Ten seconds.
Question 7. How much does violence cost per day, per person, globally? A, $2.60. B, $23.60. C, $12.40. D, $5.40.
10 seconds.
Question 8. What region has been the world's most peaceful for the last decade? A, North America. B, Africa. C, Europe. D, East Asia.
Ten seconds.
Question 9. When was South Sudan declared an independent country? A, June 2011. B, July 2011. C, June 2012. D, July 2012.
Ten seconds.
Question 10. Based on the 2017 Global Peace Index, which country deteriorated the most in peacefulness? A, Ethiopia. B, Sri Lanka. C, Saudi Arabia. D, Burundi.
Ten seconds.
Round 9, America's diplomats. Question 1, which of the following is not one of the official 4 key pillars of American diplomacy? A, global stability. B, development. C, prosperity. D, democracy.
Ten seconds.
Question 2. Which of the following would be responsible for protecting the Secretary of State and high-ranking foreign dignitaries and officials visiting the United States? A, the Bureau of International Security and Non-Proliferation, the ISN. B, the Bureau of Diplomatic Security, DS. C, the Office of Foreign Missions, OFM. D, the Bureau of Counterterrorism and Countering Violent Extremists, CT.
Ten seconds.
Question 3. What was the name of the Department of State when it was initially founded in 1781? A, State Department. B, Department of Foreign Affairs. C, Department of International Relations. D, Department of Politics.
10 seconds.
Question 4. Who is the current Undersecretary of State? A. Thomas Shannon. B. Wendy Sherman. C. William Joseph Burns. D. Ryan Zinke.
Ten seconds.
Question 5. During the Cold War, the State Department used a variety of listening devices in embassies abroad in order to gain information on U.S. adversaries. One of these instruments was a tube that was put inside walls that could pick up conversations through a small hole called a Simpson multimeter, B. Audio amplifier, C. Magnetic microphone, D. Clandestine transmitter.
Hang on a second, hang on. That just started again.
Wait. Guys, I know all your hands are up. It's because we accidentally started it beforehand, so we just shut it down. Now go and click your answer. It's working. You have 20 seconds. Yeah. 10 seconds. Everyone has answered.
Question 6. On May 12th, 2002, hold on a second, it's getting old up here. On May 12th, 2002, President George W. Bush signed into law the Notification and Federal Employee Anti-Discrimination and Retaliation Act, or the No Fear Act. What did it require federal agencies to do? A, required information on equal opportunity complaints by federal employees. B, required to inform employees about sexual harassment in the workplace. C, required to provide equal pay to employees. D, required to implement gender quotas for hiring.
Ten seconds.
Question 7. According to the U.S. Global Leadership Coalition, what percentage of the world's consumers live outside U.S. borders? A, 75%, B, 95%, C, 15%, D, 25%.
Ten seconds.
Question 8. Which one of the following is not a key policy of the U.S. State Department? A, protecting the United States and American citizens. B, defending human rights. C, encouraging economic growth and prosperity. D, promoting climate change innovation.
10 seconds.
Question 9, what product reversed the economy in San Martin, Peru? A, sugarcane, B, machinery, C, chocolate, D, fish.
Ten seconds.
Question 10. What is the program called that provided Rwanda with a solar energy plant and electricity? A, Power Africa. B, Harvest. C, Power Rwanda. D, AGOA, A-G-O-A.
Ten seconds.
All right, I think this is the final lap here. We're getting down to it.
Yes, it is.
Round 10, current events. Y'all will shine on this. Question 1, Hurricane Harvey devastated Houston, Texas just a few weeks prior on August 14th, 2017. Which country was devastated by a mudslide that killed over 1,000 people? A, Sierra Leone, B, Venezuela, C, Colombia, D, Uganda.
Ten seconds.
Question 2. In October 2017, the Islamic State's capital fell to U.S.-backed forces, marking one of the most significant defeats for the militant group. Where was the capital located? Mosul, Iraq, Dabiq, Syria, Ramadi, Iraq, or Raqqa, Iraq?
Ten seconds.
Question 3, and this one perplexes me because who would want haggis anyway? Do you know what haggis is? In October 2017, it was announced that Scotland would begin exporting haggis to what country for the first time in 46 years? A, Canada, B, France, C, United States, D, Russia.
Ten seconds.
If you don't know what haggis is, Google it. Don't do it.
It's in that photo.
Yeah, that makes it look pretty good, though.
I tried.
Question 4. A total solar eclipse swept across the United States, the first to cross the west to east coast in 99 years. How many states did it pass through? A, 17, B, 10, C, 14, D, 20.
10 seconds.
Question 5. Chinese New Year recently occurred on February 16th, starting the year of what animal? A, dragon, B, monkey, C, dog, D, rooster.
Ten seconds.
Question 6. What was the best-selling album in 2017? Reputation by Taylor Swift. Divide by Ed Sheeran. 24K Magic by Bruno Mars. Moana by various artists.
Ten seconds.
Question 7. North and South Korea agreed on January 17th to march their athletes together under one flag at the opening ceremony of the Winter Olympics and to field what joint team? A, men's curling team, B, women's ice hockey team, C, women's snowboarding team, D, men's skiing team.
Ten seconds.
Question 8. Israel has viewed Iran as an obstacle in consolidating peace in the Middle East, as well as Netanyahu's fierce opposition to the Iran nuclear deal with the US. In August 2016, Israel accused Iran of building missile sites in what neighboring countries? A, Jordan and Yemen, B, Syria and Lebanon, C, Oman and Iraq, D, Afghanistan and Pakistan. Madagascar, Tanzania.
10 seconds.
Question 9. The pneumonic plague broke out where in October 2017? A, Syria, B, Botswana, C, Madagascar, D, Tanzania.
Ten seconds.
Question 10, the final question. The spacecraft Cassini-Huygens ended its 19-year mission by plunging into what planet on September 15th, 2017? A, Jupiter, B, Mars, C, Neptune, D, Saturn.
Ten seconds. You are officially done. Now, real quick, stay in your seats really quickly. We are a half an hour late, so you guys are gonna have a very short dessert break before we go right into the awards so we can get you out of here. Desserts are outside. If there is a tiebreaker, I will be calling your team back in to do a tiebreaker test. And then make sure you fill out the forms on your table. Thank you. Hi everyone, we're gonna do the first 3 questions in the tiebreaker round and then we will check. So hopefully you guys are done tying.
And do you want to announce again the teams that should be?
1 second.
Okay.
Bozeman 2, Gardner 2, Columbia Falls 1, Hellgate 2.
All right. Are all those teams in the room? If you're here, raise your hands. Looks like we have 4 teams in, okay, at their appropriate tables.
Is all my teams ready? All right, let's do this.
Question 1. As of 2015, approximately how much of the world's oil reserve does Saudi Arabia hold? A, 10%, B, 25%, C, 16%, D, 35%.
I have 6 people participating. Only 4 need to be clicking on the iClickers. You have 10 seconds.
Question 2. In 2017, what South Asian countries were affected by the flooding and landslides resulting from monsoon rains that affected at least 41 million people and killing over 1,000 people? A, Bangladesh, Nepal, and India. B, Bangladesh, Burma, and Nepal. C, Burma, Nepal, and India. D, Bangladesh, India, and Thailand.
Ten seconds.
Question 3. How many free trade agreements does the United States have with countries around the world? A, 20, B, 10, C, 28, D, 12.
Ten seconds. We're going to check the tiebreaker to see if we still are tied. Please stay seated until I confirm that there are no more ties. Thank you. Columbia Falls 1 and Hellgate 2. You guys need to compete against each other really quickly. One more question.
We hope.
We hope.
It's coming down to the wire here. Question 4. Which country did the World Bank project to be the 6th fastest growing economy in 2017? A, Nepal. B, Ethiopia. C, oh boy, Djibouti.
You got this.
Did I get it? Okay. And D, Tanzania. I told you, no hard words.
Neither one of you got it right, so we're going to go to the next question.
Question 5. A new species of what animal was discovered in Indonesia in November 2017? Elephant, A. B, lizard. C, orangutan. D, tiger.
Don't say anything about it.
I won't say anything.
Until we know who it is.
Eight seconds. Thank you guys. We're going to need another 5 minutes to continue the grading process. If everyone can come back in, we have our winners. And we can start with closing remarks.
Okay, so supposedly I have the honor of telling you you're going to have to wait a little while to find out who won. So you got to sit tight. But we have a wonderful, wonderful person to give our closing remarks, to leave you with a very, very number of important messages. In many circles, Carol Williams would need no introduction, but there's so much to say about her, and she's such an incredible inspiration for so many. I'm going to tell you a little bit about her. It's going to be brief, and she'll tell you a little bit more. So Carol Williams has been a teacher, an athlete big time, a mom, a grandmother, and the only woman ever to be majority leader in the Montana Senate. She is a former, I thought this was so cool, she's a former speed skater, and she just about qualified for the Olympics. She did rodeo, which I'm particularly passionate about, so rodeo as a barrel racer, my gosh. Carol Williams' career has been as an activist, a peacemaker, an educator, a mother, and a grandmother, and it spanned 4 decades. She has dedicated her life to representing the people of Montana, most definitely, and maintaining a clean and healthy environment for future generations, promoting peace, and advocating for the rights of women and children. Carol has spent more than a decade as a Montana state legislator, first in the State House of Representatives, later in the state Senate, and she rose to become the state Senate's first female minority and majority leader. Carol was Montana's Democratic nominee for lieutenant governor in 2000, the same year that the council was founded, running on a ticket that championed Montana's Native Americans and helped to usher in a record number of Native American Montana legislators that year. There is so much more to say about Carol, but I think it's better that you hear from her. Carol Williams.
Thank you, Janet, and thank you, Nikki, for all you did for putting this together. I'm just really honored to have been here and been in the presence of all of you today. I started out this last night at your dinner and was impressed with the questions you asked Senator Baucus. Very much impressed with my daughter, Whitney, who gave you the program on the Congo this morning. And so I want to start out by saying I'm not as good as Whitney. But I'm just so tickled to be here with all of you. Montana is a big state, and a state that's rural and isolated in a lot of ways from the rest of the world. But it hasn't changed the fact that Montana really has spoken out in many ways over the century of our statehood about the fact that we're interested and committed to global affairs as well. You've had the benefit of lectures and programs today, workshops, your team events. And if your time went well and you spent your time well, you may be suffering from what St. Augustine said, which was the disease of curiosity. It's a great infection, the disease of curiosity. And it's an itch to know more, to read another book, to look on the other side of the mountain and check out the world. It is another thing that you will want to think about as you move forward in your careers and the rest of your education. You will know more about each other's cultures, more about politics of regions, and every time, but especially this time, your time, you will need curiosity to be successful. It was curiosity that led Galileo to find the earth revolved around the sun. It was curiosity that set Thomas Jefferson on a road to send people west to explore Montana and the rest of the West. It was our founding fathers who had curiosity enough to think that we could actually govern ourselves. It was the curiosity that invented the first vaccine, the first telephone, the first light bulb, the first space flight. And all of you have many opportunities our generation never dreamed of. Your generation will have to find answers to questions never asked before. The political, social, professional, and global challenges you will face are items that we've never had to do before in our generation, and we're really dependent on you. The revolution in technology has brought the world to your door and put your generation in a world that cries out for curiosity and imagination. Your curiosity can find new solutions to the global problems we face. And above all, I hope you'll keep curiosity to test unproven ideas, and yes, even unpopular ones, because we risk stagnation if we don't. 400 years ago, Martin Luther wrote, "The prosperity of a country depends not on abundance of its revenue, nor the strength of its fortifications, nor the beauty of its public buildings, but consists of a number of its civilized citizens, its men and women of education, enlightenment, and character. You have the tools and technology before you to change the world, and we're all counting on you to do it." Thank you very much, and good luck.
We're going to pick that Aspire was the only school that did the warm-up questions.
The only school.
Only school or team.
Oh, that's empty. Nothing on that one.
Let's see.
Okay. So the only school that did the questions to the warm-up
Was Aspire.
was Aspire. And
They win a tablet.
and they win a tablet, and the name on this piece of paper is Wesley Sullivan. Wesley, where are you?
So because we're trying, you know, we know so many of you have so many miles to travel. So unfortunately, we're kind of rushing along. But it would not be complete without introducing again Brock Tessman, Dean of the Davidson Honors College, who has made so much of this possible. And Brock is going to announce the Global Team Challenge winners. So, Brock Tessman. And thank you so much, Brock and Carol, both of you.
Okay, well, thanks so much, Janet. Really a pleasure to hear from Carol Williams as well. I'm going to keep this extremely brief. What I'm going to do is I'm going to announce 12 student names and ask you to come to the front. While you're doing that, I'll talk a little bit about the Global Team Challenge and how we decided upon the winners, okay? So I'll announce your name, and please just walk to the front where we'll present you with your medal. Lauren Deers from Gardner. Let's just hold our applause till everybody gets up there. There's a lot to celebrate. We have 12 winners, okay, you guys? So Lauren Deers from Gardner, Josh Wynn from Bozeman, Cole Jansen from Bozeman, Emma Bai from Geraldine, Grace Rembert from Bozeman, Estrella Palace Bonadurer from Hellgate, Wesley Sullivan from Aspire, Isaiah Stoltzfus from HCA, Caleb Meeks from Geraldine, Quade C. from Bozeman, Steve Cirolo from Columbia Falls, and Christy Webster from Gardner. So yesterday afternoon, students participated in the academic World Quest Global Team Challenge, and after about 90 minutes of excitement, we were able to identify 3 categories of winners. Students could win because they led their country and were able to achieve the primary objective that their country was assigned. Another group of students won by quote unquote going rogue and achieving a special objective that they were assigned. And then a final category of students were clever enough to amass a very large wealth of resources, and they won in that sense. So we have 12 winners, all of whom are very much deserving. The Global Team Challenge was meant to be a kind of warm-up exercise for today's very serious trivia exercise. There was a lot of fun involved in the challenge as students navigated a nuclear crisis in the world of Politica, but there were also elements of truth involved in that simulation. And so it's our honor to design that challenge. Jefferson Bagley, a current Davidson Honors College student, designed the Global Team Challenge this year, and we will look forward to designing yet another Global Team Challenge in 2019. But for now, please join me in congratulating our 12 winners of this year's Global Team Challenge. Congratulations, guys.
We will have the Lieutenant Governor and Nikki come back and announce the winners of the competition. Are we ready?
I have this very important document right in my hands.
You know what they say, the napkins and the scribbles.
This is all the good news on it. And I know. This is the official document here. It's been notarized. No, it hasn't. All righty. So we're going to start with 4th place. And first of all of you deserve an award for being here and enjoying this day and last night. So 4th place, there was a tie. So Bozeman 2 and Hellgate 1 tied for 4th place. So if you would come up here, Hellgate, if you would, you can still come up here. Come up, but we're going to have your medals delivered to the school by Friday, simply because there was a tie and we didn't anticipate that. So Bozeman 2 and Hellgate 1, would you please come up? Let's give them a round of applause. Good job. Hellgate 1, are you here? Come up and be recognized. Yeah, even though your medals won't be here until Friday, we still want, let's give Hellgate 1 a round of applause. Nice work, nice work. That's kind of interesting, Bozeman and Missoula tying. That's, that's usually the Grizzlies and the Bobcats. All righty. Third place, Columbia Falls 1. Congratulations. Come on up and receive your awards. You come right over here and grab. All righty. Now I'm going to announce the second place, which will give you a pretty good indication of who the winner was. And I just want you to know that this was won by basically 7 questions, so it was close. So second place, Hellgate 2. And if you haven't seen the table where Gardner 2 is sitting, they're over there hugging each other and all excited. Please come on up. The winners, Gardner 2. Congratulations. Go get your medal. Go up there. Go up there. This is exciting. Look at this. Here comes a trophy, and look at that. Wow. That is fabulous. Nice work, Gardner. Congratulations to each of you, and congratulations to everyone for participating in this fabulous program.
We just want to say thank you to the teachers, the students, all of our sponsors. The list is many. The one thing I would say to you is dare to dream, because dreams really do come true. So on that, safe travels. Congratulations again to Gardner. And we thank you all so much for being a part of Academic World Quest 2018.